Hello, friends. So, you want to automate even more of your image making, huh? Man, I cannot believe how lazy you are. Well, alright, I'm not here to judge. So let's hop right into this short video. And for those who are less lazy, keep an eye out because I'll have a more in-depth tutorial out soon. But for now, let's just get started. So what we are doing here is we're going to have a visual language model look at images and give us prompts so that we can recreate these images in ComfyUI. So there are a bunch of reasons why you might want to do this. Let's say you want to go from an anime style image to a more realistic image. Maybe you saw a cool drawing online that you want to mimic the style of and recreate in ComfyUI. There's a whole bunch of different things, a bunch of reasons you might want to do this. So how we're going to do this is with a node called Florence2. Florence2 is a visual language model, a VLM, which will look at our images and then give us a description of them. And the way we get it is we go here to the Comfy Manager, we go to the Custom Nodes Manager, and when we search for it, it will show up here and we can install it. So we want to make sure it's the Kijai one. There are going to be 4 nodes, and just install that, and then you'll have to do a restart of ComfyUI. And once that is done, you will have access to these 2 nodes. Download and load Florence2 model, which is really handy because it allows you to choose one of the various Florence models. The one I'll be using is this one here, Florence2 Large Prompt Gen version 2.0. And it will download it for you, so you don't have to go to Hugging Face and then put it in your ComfyUI folder. You don't have to mess around with any of that. It will just download it and then save it for you. And then the next time you run it, it will obviously not download again. It will check first. Then we have this Florence2 run model. So you connect the Florence2 model in here, and it will take a look at your image, which you can see is the second input here. So we go from our input image down here, and it will give you a description of what is going on. So you want to make sure that the task is set to caption. You can set it to a bunch of different things like detailed caption, more detailed caption. You even have tags. So if you're working with illustrious based model, you can generate tags instead of sentence caption. But because I'm working with Klein 9b here, I'm going to just say caption. And make sure to keep the model loaded. By default, this is set to false, so we want to set this to true. That way, ComfyUI won't sort of flush the model out between each run, and it will keep things moving quickly. The next node that you want here is concatenate, and you want to connect the caption output into string B. This will take the caption that Florence generates and put it here and append it to the first part of your caption, which in my case is going to be convert the image to a real photograph, highly detailed, rich textures. And I'm going to set the delimiter to a comma here. So that way it's going to put a comma at the end here, and then it's going to join it to string B. And then we want preview as text. This is just for proofreading, so we want to know what our actual prompt is, and weirdly, it never shows up anywhere else. So if you don't have this preview as text, it's not going to show up here in the clip text encoded. This is just going to be empty. So with just these 4 nodes, we're pretty much ready to go. But we want to be extra lazy, right? So we're going to have a 5th node here. So instead of just loading one image, let's load in every image sequentially from our input folder. To do this, we're going to search up primitive, and we're going to take this one here down at the bottom that just says primitive, and we're going to put it here, and our input is going to be the image. And what this does is it connects it to the input folder. And you can see right now I have two images in my input folder. So I'm just going to select this one, the second one, and change the second control from fixed to increment wrap. What this does is if you generate, let's say, 3 images, it will go 1, 2, and then wrap back around to do the next image. Otherwise, it's just going to overflow and it's going to get stuck on this last image. So if you want to do, let's say, multiple versions of the same image, this is how you would handle it. So we are now ready to go. So again, that primitive is connected to our image. The Florence2, the download and load Florence2 model we selected is the prompt gen 2.0, and we are just doing a plain caption. If you do a detailed caption, what happens is that the Florence will tend to pick up with the style, and then you're going to have it say, something like, this is an illustrated image, which is what we don't want. We want to, convert this to a photograph in this case. So just go for the basic caption. And the first time you run this, it's going to be slow because it has to download the model. So while you're waiting for that, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the gym. You'll feel a lot better. And just let it run. And depending on how fast or slow your computer is, it might take a while. But we can see our preview here that the Florence2 model did read through the prompt, did read the image, and it has created a single prompt, which we then pass to the encoder. And we take a minute, and soon we will have our image. Here we go. Look at that. So I hope this tutorial has been helpful for you. If it has, please leave a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.